My uncle owned a restaurant, and I was 14 years old when I first started working, and I saw food waste firsthand at such a young age. And one day I was throwing away food, and a man was digging in a trash can. I made this man a plate with food that was perfectly good that we had to get rid of at a restaurant. Looking back, it validated what I do. But I was 14, and there was a man who was hungry, and I wanted to help him, and I could. My name is LaRayia. We are at LaRayya's Bodega, the first organic 99-cent store. What I hear most about homelessness is that they're dangerous, that they're lazy, that they're on drugs, they're all drug addicts. I think that people have created entire stories about people's lives, and they couldn't be more far from the truth. Foster kids, 50% of foster kids become homeless in 6 months of turning 18. Kids that never had a chance, they become homeless adults because no one's ever helped them, and then they're told they're lazy, but they've never been given an opportunity. I spent 43 days in a tent on Skid Row, consecutive days straight. I wanted to understand it through a first-person experience. I watched people cling to their humanity and be disappointed every day, be disregarded every day, disrespected. You can't be an expert until you walk in those shoes. So I had to go hungry. I ate bad food, I ate rotten bread. I started in the food industry very young, so I was exposed to food waste, just seeing perfectly good food that has to be thrown away because of our laws. So when I read the statistic that 40% of food in America never reaches the table, it wasn't a far off concept, and yet we have hunger. So I knew it was all about redistribution. We're talking about access. We're talking about Whole Foods, who has thousands of apples in the back that they have to get rid of because they're ripe. And for us, it was creating a program that is keeping that food from landfills. That's what we were focused on. How do we create structures that can repurpose this food? And it doesn't require a lot more effort, it's just a redirection. So instead of it going into a trash, it's going into a bin. And from your bin, it goes in a plate and a hand. La Bodega, LaRayya's Bodega, is our initiative to bring access to healthy food for everyone. When we started Lunch on Me, it was all about foster youth and the homeless community. But a lot of people don't realize 1 in 6 Americans go home to an empty fridge. So I also wanted to address that by making it accessible, understanding that the average person that lives on food stamps only gets $3 a day, and no one can afford healthy food. Even if they wanted to, it's a privilege. Everyone understands the importance of a plant-based meal, but they don't understand how inaccessible it is. I wanted to make sure people had a chance to eat, no matter what their circumstance was. I wanted to support people and hunger in America, so I created our bodega. I have fed thousands and thousands of people in my life, almost 250,000 people we have to date. Food is love. I believe that, and it's a part of our approach to caring for our society. It's not just saying we care, it's showing. And I think food is such a beautiful representation. And something as small as bringing a vegan organic meal is the least I can do.